Well, I think sometimes people will compare the Mass with a Protestant service. And they'll have one column of the Mass, one column of a Protestant service, and then they'll compare them and say, well, you guys don't do in the Catholic Church what they're doing when they get together. But there's a huge difference between just a social get-together and a reading and some prayer and a sacrifice that takes place in the Mass. One of the problems that faithful Catholics have is they have the perspective that everything should be done in the Mass. And if we can't do it like the Protestants do in the Mass, then we have to make a choice. And we don't. They don't do what we do in the Mass. And that is, we give people the body and blood, soul and divinity of Jesus. Try that. That's pretty amazing. But what we can do in the church outside of the Mass is we can have fantastic Bible studies. We can have incredible evangelization efforts. We can have wonderful social gatherings and getting together to encourage people or reach out to various groups in society that need help. There's nothing keeping us back from joy and emotion and enthusiasm as we get together. But the Mass is not the place that all of this takes place. This is very intimate, and that's why in the early church, people were not part of the Mass, that were not part of the church. This was something that was for the initiated, and it's kind of like going into a family, and the bedroom that's a special place. We don't just invite the public, in there. This is an intimate moment with God and a covenant moment. But I think outside of that, there's all kinds of opportunities for us to do amazing things, which means also that we've got to put a new priority on monies that are spent for youth ministry, how we go about music, evangelization efforts. But there's no excuse for us just to sit back and say, because all these things don't happen in the Mass, I'm going to go somewhere else.